Good afternoon, Rebel Athletic Fund members. We're privileged and honored today to have Kirk Brown with us. Kirk and his wife Ashley have been fantastic supporters for our Rebels. Both are graduates. Kirk is class of 2005, and Kirk is a great example of the power of education and what, again, knowledge and skill that you earn at UNLV can translate to when you get into the business community. So Kirk is a fantastic business person. He's an amazing citizen. He's a strong and outstanding member of his community. And again, he's invested in the welfare of our student athletes. And for that, we are truly grateful. Kirk also happens to be Ryan Moore, our Drive for Five chairman, former roommate when they were together here at UNLV. And he'll touch on that in just a second as we get into the questions. But I want to welcome you, Kirk. I want to thank you, Kirk and Ashley, for all you do. Again, we're proud to call you Rebels. And again, we're proud to have you on this call.
That's great to be on.
And with that said, we're going to move into a couple of quick questions I know you're anxious to receive. So without further ado, I'll get us started. Kirk, your passion for the running Rebels and our Rebel student athletes is truly contagious. Tell us a little bit about why you feel so strongly about the success of this athletic department.
As a graduate of UNLV in 2005, I had the privilege for 3 years to live with two student athletes, two important and integral parts of the members of the UNLV golf team. You had mentioned before Ryan Moore and Andres Gonzalez, two roommates that traveled every week at every tournament, and I was able to see the hard work, the dedication, the tireless hours put in, getting up at 5 a.m. to go to workouts, practicing your craft all day long. And it really inspired me as an athlete myself, not at the highest level, but to see that passion, to see that drive, to see that commitment to your sport. I felt that it would be something that I would want to give back to later if I had the opportunity. And luckily enough, I was able to.
You've got two Rebels in your household, yourself and your wife, Ashley. Tell us a little bit about, again, what that collective sense of pride means for your house and your family.
Yeah, it makes it easy to root for one team. My wife grew up in Las Vegas, went to high school in Las Vegas, graduated a couple of years behind me in school. Another great thing about UNLV is I was able to meet my business partner at UNLV. He was one of the first people. Henry Schuck was also the student body president in 2004, 2005 year. And so not only did I get to caddy for Ryan at the Masters, live with Andres, another student athlete, but also meeting my business partner at UNLV, and now being married to a UNLV alum, you can see that UNLV is pretty much in the fabric of my household for the last 15 years. Ashley and I met at my business partner's wedding, and we've been together for 10 years, supporting the Rebels every step of the way.
Now, your story with Henry is pretty fascinating. Again, you started and you've continued to operate an incredibly successful company. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, one of the first people that I met at UNLV was Henry Schuck. We had various jobs throughout college together, and after graduation, I caddied for Ryan for a while. And after that tenure was up, I gave Henry a call, somebody that I trusted, and said, let's start a business together. And here we are, 13 years later, still working together. So it's been a wonderful ride. We started Discover Org in 2007, which is now morphed into Zoom Info. We have offices here in Vancouver, Washington, all the way to Israel, Bethesda, Boston. We're global now. So it's interesting how a relationship that we met at UNLV in the first couple of weeks has led us to where we are today.
Now, your relationship with Ryan is pretty special. Again, you've been able to experience some magical moments with him throughout his career. Tell us a little bit about that experience at Augusta. What was that like for you both, and again, for our Rebel community?
Yeah, the summer of 2004, I had the privilege of caddying in numerous events with Ryan, the U.S. Amateur, the U.S. Public Links. Luckily, we were able to win one of both of those, which gave Ryan a spot into the Masters. He then tapped me on the shoulder and asked if I would caddy for him there. With pretty easy answer. It was one of the greatest weeks of my life. Walking the fairways, had the privilege of doing a practice round with Jack Nicklaus and Arnold Palmer, Gary Player. It was just memorable moments. From then, we've stayed obviously great friends. Been able to go to the 2016 Ryder Cup. Have been to 4 or 5 Masters the past 10 years as well. So that relationship met at UNLV and has taken me to a lot of different various golf tournaments over the years. It's been a fun ride.
Now, Ryan finished pretty high in that Masters, right, Kirk? Y'all were pretty close on Sunday.
Yeah, tied for 13th. It was a great finish, one of the lowest finishes ever at the time for an amateur. So it was just a fantastic week, capped off by great golf.
Now, that passion for Rebel athletics certainly carries over to Runner Rebel basketball. Again, we're incredibly grateful for the support that you and Ashley have provided, helping us again with our locker room here at Thomas and Mack, which is going to be the finest locker room, we think, in the Mountain West Conference. Talk a little bit about, again, your love for the Runner Rebels and how you feel about this team, and our new head coach has been fantastic, TJ Otzelberger.
Yeah, from day one that I met TJ, it's been just a fantastic relationship. He's just a stand-up quality guy, gives you just the truth, very optimistic, very engaging with his players, just an overall fantastic coach and guy. So lucky to have him at UNLV. My passion for basketball has always been my favorite sport. I've season tickets to the Blazers. Love going to all the UNLV games when I'm in town. I'm also a investor in a company called Shoot 360, which is build basketball gyms. So my love of basketball is there all day, every day. So we look forward to this year's season, and think it's going to be a great ride.
You and Ashley are also Loyalty Circle members, which means you provide scholarship support for student athletes. Talk to us about, again, the significance of a scholarship and what it means to you and Ashley to change someone's life the way that you are.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that gives me better joy than giving back not only to the university, but to the young men and women that walk into the doors. With Shoot 360, we're able to be part of, we talked about men's basketball. We're also a part of women's basketball. I was very invested in good relationships through my time at UNLV with the women's golf team as well. So it's fun to not only be a part of the men's program, but the women's program as well. And so those student athletes that come in, they're the fabric of Las Vegas. They are going to go on and do great things. And so if we can just play just a little part of that, we're grateful, we're honored, and we're excited to see what the young men and women become after their 4 years at UNLV, whether it's professionally in sports or professionally in business.
You know, Kirk, we're going to close out with this question, which is an important one. You know, you and Ashley have been steadily growing your support. You know, every year your generosity, again, increases, and again, your impact on our department grows alongside that. And again, it's been awesome to see that engagement grow and to see your impact expand. You know, is it safe to say that you're excited about the future of UNLV Rebel Athletics and where this program is headed?
Yeah, I think across the board, I think with the new stadium, you know, when I was there in 2005, the drive out to Sam Boyd was just not as exciting as being on the Strip. I think that the stadium is going to bring great success not only to the football team and the Fertitta Center, the Coach Knight, what you guys have done with the Coach Knight Center and the UNLV golf team, and just the Thomas and Mack, it's hard to beat that. So we are thankful and grateful that we can be a small part of that. But we are very excited not only for basketball, but baseball and football, all the sports. We're invested in every single one of them. We're constantly checking on the success of each and every team.
Well, Kirk, again, from all of us here at the Athletic Department and across the Rebel Athletic Fund, again, we thank you and Ashley for all that you've done, for all you continue to do. Know you're appreciated and valued, and we're blessed to call you friends.
Go Rebels.